We're here at the town ground where Heanor have just lost 4-2 to Sherwood Colliery in the East Midlands Counties League. With me I've got the full management team, joint managers Glenn Clarence and Paul Postlethwaite, first team coach Anthony Tansley and goalkeeping coach Dan Newton. Glenn, we've just been chatting before we started recording about where we are as a club and how long it is since we've had to face a defeat. Where are you at after that game?
Well beat, Tony. I spent a lot of money over Christmas, so I'm not really going to talk about referees. I'll leave that to you and other people who want to get a ban and want to get a fine. Or anyone else who's been to watch the game, or the team that won 4-2, they can talk about the referee, and I'm sure they'll have the same opinion about him as me. So no comment on that one, but well beaten, which is unfortunate. Like you just said, I think our last home loss was 2 weeks shy of 1 year, and our last loss in the league is 2 weeks shy of 11 months. But today we were well beaten by a better side who wanted it more than us, so full credit to them. In my opinion, and we knew this before the game all week, this is our opinion before the game, the league will be between ourselves, Sherwood and Dunkirk. So apologies to anyone else who will do the team talk for you, but that's our opinion. My opinion, two best sides in the league, and it was overshadowed by something else, which I'm not going to talk about because I want to save some money and I want to come to football. But yeah, it's not his fault we lost today. We were well beaten by a better side.
Cool. Pass, obviously looking at all of the factors today, so we are leaving the three gentlemen in black alone. We've got the pitch, which the referee was happy to play when he double-checked it again at 2 o'clock. We've got the wind blown across it. We've got Sherwood, who are a physical side but can play. Was there any factors that we could have changed to get a different result today?
All of them. We could have turned up. We could have worked harder. We could have won one personal battle instead of losing 11. They were better all over the park. You can talk about the three men in black. You can talk how much as you want. I'd love to. I have spent loads of money at Christmas. I reckon I've got a fine coming. I don't mind if I get another one. I don't think it's the three men in the middle of the park in black. I thought it was the one in the middle that was, in my opinion, and I'm not abusive or trolling him or anything like that in any way. I just thought today we've got the two best sides in the league and everything's been about him, and I feel really sorry for how many fans are here today. 150, because they've just watched him today. That's all they've done, is watch him with two decent football sides in difficult conditions, trying the best, and we've watched somebody else today. And unfortunately, that's what we're talking about. So good luck to him. I hope he has a lovely Saturday. I hope he prospers on as a referee and does his best and goes as high as he can.
Excellent. Well, that's the coolest sight you took us down there anyway. Tans, looking at the squad again, and I know every week we've got players missing or unavailable through work, illness, injury, whatever else it is. How are we looking squad-wise at the minute? Is it a point of we're needing to bring players in that can be here every week? Where are we at?
I think we've got enough players, Tony. Obviously, we've got a big squad. We've got a good quality squad. Today was just a case of that squad not coming together. The conditions were difficult. I think they played them a lot better. We needed to go to plan B. I mentioned at half time. It wasn't the kind of pitch where you can get it down and bounce it off midfield and get it out wide and the through balls. You needed to do the ugly stuff first balls, second balls, putting balls into the right areas, which we didn't do. We just didn't react as a group. And as we've said, we've got to take that on the chin collectively as a squad, as a big squad. And it's up to obviously Glenn, Poss and to look at the selection, to look at the shape. As we know, that what we've put on display today, we are much better than that. So I think we all know that we can improve.
Cool. And Dan, obviously today's game, if people have been following it on Twitter or even watching it here, so Heanor took the lead in the 4th minute, which I don't know if there was a script for today's game. If it was certainly written up by about 3:30 when we realised what was going to happen. Was that something that maybe gave the lads a little bit too much confidence early on?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think we approached it same as we approach every game. Obviously Jed most put that one away, and then from our point of view, we're hoping we kick on and continue in that same vein. That goal, when they scored, you could just see we deflated, and we might as well have thrown a shirt in second half. I think it just knocked the wind out of the lads, and we never got a foothold back in the game really. I think we touched on the officials, didn't particularly let the game flow. But that said, if the game had a flow, it could have been worse on our part. Our point of view. So I don't think the lads are on it today. There's a couple of heads down in the dressing room, which you'd expect. But we need to pick ourselves up, go again, go hunting 3 points next week. So it needs to be a lot better.
Excellent. And Glenn, finally, one note that we mentioned after the game was, as a club, I think our discipline's been the best it has been in probably 5, 6, 7 years now. Today, there was a number of cards across the field. Is that something that the lads need to just get back in check?
No, and I'm trying to save myself a fine, Tony, so thanks for asking me questions like that, and I'm trying to pass you on answer this. Is give out more cards than the card factory, and is not took into account the pitch, the conditions, the two competitive sides. There's yellow cards all over the park that aren't yellow cards. There's a red card. He should send our lad off. It's a 100% red card at the end of the game. Listen, we can moan about the ref, we can moan about the wind, we can moan about everything you want to moan about. Sherwood wanted it more than us today. Sherwood beat us. Now, I know we all go on Twitter, and I'm probably going to get some stick for this. I'm not really bothered. We beat Hucknall last week 4-0, and we absolutely battered Hucknall. Now, I've read Twitter all week. It's like something we're out the blue. Well, do you not expect us to beat Hucknall? We were better than Hucknall. Now today, no sour grapes from me. Sherwood have absolutely destroyed us because they wanted it more than us. Yeah. Don't want to talk about referees. No sour grapes. Well done to Sherwood. Look forward to going to their place because it's going to be a battle. If you're going to win this league, you've got to battle. Yeah. We didn't battle today. We lost the battle. Let's hope we win the war.
Excellent. On that note, boys, thank you for your time. Have a good weekend.
Luke is on the camera! Luke is on the camera! La 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 la! La la la! Luke is on the camera! Luke is on the